Hello, and welcome to The Fish Fight. Today we visited Arby's
and Popeyes
to see which fish sandwich is the better one. So during the Lenten season, we've done a bracket of every fast food restaurant's fish sandwich. We're at the final round now, Arby's versus Popeyes. So we're going to see which one is the best fish sandwich of all the fast food sandwiches.
So pre-fish fight comments, I think this is probably going to be one of the much closer battles because both of these sandwiches, as far as I can remember, have come from the wild card. And they've beaten a lot of the other sandwiches. And I feel like these two sandwiches like noticeably rose to the top above a lot of the others. We've said before that these have been close battles, but I think this is probably going to be the closest. And also, our decisions, our votes, the two of us have given unanimous and agreeing votes in all previous matches. I don't know if that is going to happen here. If we give different votes, we might discuss it amongst ourselves to decide the winner. But yeah, in all previous matches, we've said the same thing. So
yeah, although Cookie will be the ultimate decider.
Of course.
All right, so we're gonna give Arby's a try first, and see what it's like, and then get our first impressions.
Okay.
Arby's, by the way, has shredded lettuce, tartar sauce. I don't think it has any pickles.
I'm trying to think of how to re-describe that flavor. Yes, Arby's does not have pickles, interestingly. I can look on the sandwich, but yeah. So one thing I immediately noticed is that the bread doesn't overpower the flavor of the sandwich. The sesame seed bun, I think, is quite good in comparison to a lot of the other buns for the fish sandwiches, and it makes it quite unique. Other than that, from what I can remember, this is a very solid all-around fish sandwich. And like I said, what I remember of it is completely true. The flavor balance is very good. A lot more sauce. A lot more sauce than, I don't know if it's a lot more sauce than last time, but the sauce is definitely like a noticeable flavor in there, but not overpowering. This is just a very well-rounded, well-balanced fish sandwich, and the ingredients are all good, and I like it.
Yeah, I'm not finding very much sauce on mine. I mean, you can taste it, but it's not very strong, and I do like the bread. The filet is very crispy. It has a good fish flavor. The shredded lettuce adds a little bit of texture, but doesn't have much flavor. It's just kind of texture, and it's a little bit messier. I'm going to give it one more bite.
Maybe my sandwich is a bit different than yours because after trying it again, I can really taste every flavor. And I think it's a good combination of flavors, too. I think that the fish definitely the fish patty is definitely solid in itself. I can taste the fish.
Let's give the Popeyes a try now.
All right.
It's
going to be the decider.
The spices on this one. It's
yes. I remember this. This was set apart from the other fish sandwiches, the other two fish sandwiches we faced, because it has this the seasoning is really what pulls it through as unique. There's, I don't know if it is the seasoning, but it's just a little bit spicy. It sets the patty itself apart from a lot of the other fish sandwiches. Just because it has the flavor pop. We actually talked about this the first time. That pop of flavor that we were describing in our first episode. Interestingly, also, this does include pickles and not lettuce, while the Arby's does include lettuce and not pickles.
And they both have tartar sauce. Yeah, so I can I can taste the sauce a lot more on the Popeyes, and like you, I like the seasoning. It has a little bit of a pop, and the pickles add a great sourness to it and a good crunch.
I think the pickles was definitely a better decision than lettuce for Popeyes because I feel like the sourness kind of you're right. The sourness of the pickles, it kind of complements the flavor of the chicken that they have as well, the seasoning.
Yep. Of the fish. Yep.
These are both actually quite solid sandwiches.
I'm gonna go back to the Arby's.
They have different styles. They definitely have different styles. I feel like this one's a lot almost sweet and spicy, sort of the Popeyes.
Yeah, and the Arby's is more like a standard fish sandwich.
Very savory as well.
Mm-hmm.
In that sense. This decision is actually quite tough for me, but actually now thinking about it, I don't think it is. I think I know what I want to vote.
Yeah, I've made my decision. So, Silly Killerg, what are your final thoughts?
So I was about to say that it's a close battle, but I realized that really it's not. As my vote definitely goes to the Popeye sandwich. I quite honestly think that Arby's definitely won its position against the other sandwiches in this finale. However, I think Popeyes was probably destined to win essentially from the start. I bet we could try it against any of the sandwiches that Arby's went against, and it would still be better. I say that because I feel like it sort of transcends or goes ahead of the pack of a lot of the other fish sandwiches. It's just so incredibly unique, and after trying all these fish sandwiches, a lot of the others have a lot of things in common that that Popeyes does just a lot better in all of those categories. I think it's definitely adventurous in a very good way, in the sense that it has that seasoning, all those those more popping tastes that make it almost a sweeter sandwich, and I really like that.
Yeah.
Arby's definitely put up a good fight, as a lot of the other fish sandwiches did, but I think for me the deserving winner of the fish fight is Popeyes.
I agree with everything you just said. For me, it's like you have all the fish sandwiches, some were better than others, but a cut above the rest was the Popeyes. It was just, it kicked it up a notch with the seasoning. And I know other sandwiches had pickles, but this one, the pickles went really well with the seasoning, went really well with this tartar sauce. Everything combined to make it just, take it to a whole nother level. And the Arby sandwich was good. I can see why it went to the finals. It was a solid sandwich. Everything about it was good. It just didn't have that next level flavor, the S tier flavor that Popeyes did.
So if you're thinking about getting a fish sandwich this season and you don't know what restaurant to go to, Popeyes is definitely your option.
Yeah. But we're not the final deciders. Our moderator, Cookie Monster, he has been listening, and he is going to whisper in my ear which sandwich he thinks should win this fish fight. Cookie? Thank you, Cookie. Now, before we announce Cookie's decision, I do want to say thank you to the workers at Arby's and Popeyes. You both did a great job making our sandwiches.
Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. And now, drum roll please. The winner of the fish fight of all the fast food sandwiches, beating out Arby's in the finals, is Popeyes. You did a great job, Popeyes, and Arby's did too. Do you have any final thoughts to share?
I don't have any. I think this was a very good fish fight. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed trying all the sandwiches.
Yeah.
I think Popeyes was a very deserved winner. I don't have a lot else to say.
I think, thinking back on the sandwiches, previous sandwiches, I don't think there was any sandwich we had that was bad. I think the Dairy Queen of all 6 of them was the most that was kind of mid. To me, Dairy Queen, Burger King, but Wendy's and McDonald's were both decent, I thought. But Arby's was above McDonald's, and of course, Popeyes was the best. So, anyhow, so I hope you all enjoy this series. I hope you enjoy your Lenten season. Trying these fish sandwiches that come out during this time of year. And I hope that you would like, subscribe, and comment below about what you think of all these fish sandwiches. Especially if you like our charming personalities. And
hit the bell to turn on notifications.
And finally, I hope you have a good day. Bye.
Bye.